Hello, everybody. This is Greg Kusnierz, and this is the Between the Points podcast. So today we're going to have a fun little podcast. It's going to be a short version, and we're going to be talking about why you're not reaching your goals. 3 signs you need a coach, and it's not what you think. The number one sign you need a coach is that you get mad because you missed your shot. And you hold on to that shot, and it makes you play worse. You end up playing worse because you missed a forehand, that easy forehand. Number 2, you don't play as well during a match, a set, a game as you do when you're practicing. And then finally, number 3, you get mad after you lose a match and you hold on to it for a day, a week, a month. All right, guys, now we're just moving on to the next topic, and that is why you're not hitting your goals in tennis. And it's not because of motivation. I'm going to give you the number one reason why I think most tennis players don't meet their goals in tennis. And the number one reason is they forget that tennis is not just all physical. They think that because I'm a rec player, I don't need to work on this mental side. But I guarantee you, if you gave your mental strength, your mental fitness, a little bit of attention, you guys, you would do so much better. And I know if you're listening to this and you're watching this, you care about getting better at tennis. So why not take that little extra time? We're moving on to topic number 3. The number one mistake you keep making that keep you stuck in your tennis journey. Focusing only on technique. There's a certain point, and I would even argue that even early on your tennis journey, when you're just beginning your tennis journey, once you're able to keep the ball in and have a little bit of control, we need to start focusing on 2 different aspects of the game that will help you get better. And that is strategy. Strategy number 1, where do you want to hit it? Why do you want to hit it? And I think the really important part here, you guys, that a lot of people forget is the mental strength part of tennis. When we focus on the mental strength, we realize why we're not playing our best during matches. We realize that even though we're focusing on technique and we're not getting there, it's because our mental side, even in practice, even in stroke work, even in technique, I notice that when I do some mental shifts on people's mindset about how they approach practice, how they approach playing points, how they approach the match, all of a sudden they get better. They start playing better. They feel better about their game, and they start having a lot more fun. But I'm going to get real with you. When my clients tell me I don't have time, I tell them they will only have time for things that they prioritize, the things that they really want. And there's plenty of time, you guys. The hard truth is that how much time do we waste watching social media, going on our phones? How much time do we spend in bed rolling around? How much time do we spend watching TV? If you care about getting better in tennis, if you care about improving, it doesn't take a lot more extra time. It takes 5, 10, 15 extra minutes that you need to just find in your day to do some things to help you get better. It's as simple as looking at strategy. It's as simple as reading a sports psychology book. I get it. You got a lot of stuff going on. You got kids, you got work, you got career. This is only supposed to be fun. And I'm telling you, if you just put a little attention and you put a little love towards the mental side, you are going to be a better tennis player. And you're going to have way more fun, and you're going to win more points, because that is a key. That is a huge part of tennis that I think people miss, especially on the recreational level. My client just had their biggest breakthrough by shifting what he focuses on during practice. And we started focusing every practice, 15 minutes, serve +1. Serving, returning, hitting your +1, and that was it. And when we focused on that, his game changed. He was making more serves in, he was making more returns in, he was being aggressive on that first shot and winning those points that mattered. Because you guys, all it takes is shifting from focusing on the things that really only happen very few times to shifting what happens a lot. 70% of all points end within the first 4 shots. And I believe most of us are not paying attention to those 4 shots enough. So start paying attention to the first 4 shots. The serve, the return, the +1, and the return +1. And I guarantee you that shift will happen just like it happened for Jim. Here's what happens on our first coaching session, one-on-one. We, number 1, go over what is your number 1 goal in tennis. And then we figure out a plan. We come up with a plan on how we can achieve that goal. And we go over through your weaknesses, your strengths, and by the end of the first session, you will have a plan in action to crush that tennis goal. So that's it, you guys. That is podcast with Between the Points. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a short one, it's a quick one, and it hits on some really interesting topics. This podcast is brought to you by Between the Points and Zeus Tennis.